Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Half the Race Gone. We're back again, or I'm back again, I guess I should say, with another bunch of iRacing action. I'm doing the IMSA 90 minutes at Sebring. Just trying to get the last bit out of my experience with Sebring this time around. As some of you may know, we had a great time at Sebring yesterday in the... Hello boys and girls. Ooh. Welcome to Half the Race Gone. That's running in the background. As some of you know, we had a great time yesterday in the official 12 hours of Sebring. We got third place in the end. A great team effort from Dirten, Martin and myself. We were really happy with that. And we were kind of thinking we would do this race. The other guys are doing other things, but I'm not, so I'm gonna be here. Just chilling on my own. I'm just trying to set up the last few chat things, but welcome to everyone that's already joined. That's just I gotta move my monitor if I'm gonna be able to read anything. Thank God for long wires. So we're back in. I haven't really been obsessing too much about prices,
214.2,
which I suppose isn't too big of a deal. I'm just hoping to get a clean, simple and relaxed race in today. So I'm racing on the Barry setup, as you guys can see. Barry being a cousin of Larry, the setup we raced on the 911 yesterday. All should be well. Barry treated us with the utmost of dignity and respect yesterday. What a great time it was in that race indeed. So I have a thing about the pit limiter.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
For some reason. Just enough time to do a quick, maybe 2 laps. And then we're gonna get into the official server where again I'm not aware whether or not there's half an hour of warm-up. Cold tires. Very cold tires. Let that guy through. So the Cayman is on the same tire model as the 911 RSR. And on some setups it's pretty nice and pretty relaxed. And on some of the setups that I feel might be a bit quicker, they're pretty lively on the first few laps. So I've taken what was a pretty reliable setup and tried to make it quicker, but that's also made it a lot more skittish on cold tires. And that was how Barry was created. So Sebring is quite a different beast in the Cayman than it is in the RSR. All of these squiggly bits really take up a lot of focus to get the throttle inputs right, where in the RSR you just kind of yeet it through there. You're going so quickly you don't really need throttle. But all of this is massively about throttle control, or else big mistakes can happen, as you can see, especially on cold tires. Cayman is supposed to be an easier car to drive than the GT3s and the GTEs, but I'm not always sure I agree. The bouncy, flexy nature of the car really means that when you're driving it on the limit, you're quite a lot closer to failure than you are when you're being reasonably quick in a GT3 or GT. But it's such a fun car to drive. I really like it already, and I'm still getting used to it. With the 12 hours coming up yesterday, I really haven't done much Cayman driving in the last 2 weeks or so. Week and a half, but I really enjoyed it when I did some week 13 action, when it was unranked and you can just have fun in it. It's a very fun car. Difficult traffic combination. It's a multi-class race this. 90 minutes, 2 car classes. So I'm in the Cayman GT4, and up ahead you see one of the Audi TCR cars that are
Sector 1 is
really
0.7
not
off the
slower.
pace.
It changes nature on different tracks. It seems like we have a bit more power, but they are very stable in the corners and can really carry some speed through tighter corners that I feel like I struggle to do. Didn't need third for that one. You can see I am just slowly catching the Audi, but it's slowly enough that multi-class racing where you really need to get past quickly is going to be difficult. He actually takes a very slow line through there. Qualifying will start in 70 minutes in the official session.
Left side.
I think
Still
I'll just
there.
do a lap or two more
Clear left.
on this one to get the sense of the tires heating up, and then we'll switch.
Eighth place.
So with that notification coming up, I kind of
Sector
forgot
3 is 1.1
I have a cup of
seconds
coffee
off
by
the
my
pace.
side. Seems to be the way to go if you wanna do well with broadcasting on this channel. So I have a cup of coffee. I'm gonna try to drink it while I warm up. See how that does me. So I was originally hoping for this to be sort of a group fun stream after the serious phase we had yesterday. Hello,
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the
very
pace.
slow for me there, but the other guys weren't available. But since it's a one-off, there's only this one race. Normally, even with the special events, there's technically two. I just figured it was too much
On
fun
your right.
to not broadcast it
Hold your line.
and document how I get on.
Still there.
You can pass me though, it's fine. I left it.
Still there. Right side's clear.
So you can see I'm not really on any sort of particularly spicy pace, although he did really cock that up. He's had two little Red Bull, either that or he should switch to coffee. Get loose.
Left side. Clear left.
So as soon as he got in the front, he sort of didn't know what to do. Now he's gonna pass me again soon. But it's fine, it's practice. I wanted the sensation of getting close to a car. So we can have a bit of a dance here. It's a bit late.
Car
He's
right.
having it out the inside.
Right side's clear.
Cut back.
Car left.
This is kind of
He's
fun.
still there. Still there. Clear left. E9, you're now 3.9 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Car right. Still there. Clear right.
I'm missing every apex when I'm in the front. No matter which one of us is in the lead, we're kind of messing it up. Oh, he's sending it from
Right
a mile
side.
back.
Clear right.
Trying to deny me slipstream here. He did have a good run. He's braking very late everywhere.
car left, clear left, on your right, clear right. Mind these track limits, please juice.
Oh, he's breaking away now, 13 minutes until qualifying in the other session. This is good practice though. Now that the tires are hot, the car is getting a bit floaty. I'm not 100% sure on my setup to be honest, but it doesn't matter. It's all supposed to be fun and games, this. The main thing is being safe. Oh, he lifts a bit to let me back into it. Can we do anything fun here? Maybe try it around the outside.
Car right. Hold your line.
Oh!
Clear right.
Still there!
Car right. Clear right.
Oh, he's gone now. That was good fun, mate.
On your right. Right side's clear.
Building the tire temperature really helps build the brake power as well. Oh, and I think I might be on the wrong brake balance as well, actually. Well, time to go to the real session just to have a hassle-free last 10 minutes, I'm thinking. Do, 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 do. Let's, instead of looking at the loading screen, let's look at this nice thing. Have a bit of music. We just sort of chill out. So how's everyone doing? Bit of quiet in the chat there, boys. Taking my opportunity, I must admit, with the playful fighting with that other car, with the Red Bull can. The Red Bull can, man. I kind of forgot about my coffee, so I'm just kicking back, having a sip. One thing I do need to do soon is reinstall my computer and put iRacing on the SSD. Get these loading times shortened down, that'll be sweet. We back. So we're running this race very early in the morning. I haven't checked the date for the Sebring 12 hours, but I don't know if this is supposed to be in the morning of it or what it is. But it's a funny time, 7:47 local time. We should try and feel what Barry's like on the lowest of fuels. I don't know how much I need. 11 will probably be safe. Slam that car right back down. So let's see how this is. This might be terrible. That's one thing I haven't tested. I'm gonna go with a bit more spicy of a brake balance as well. Let's say 46.5 to start out with. I need to do that for Barry.
The leader has just done a 210.7.
I'm just gonna say that this is. I'm running out of ARRY names to think of for setups. Hey Mew, welcome, buddy. It went really well. We got the third place in the end. We were actually sort of keeping our eye on second for a long time, but Yeah, they did a really good job. Ended up also not pitting for tires, but just for fuel, so they stopped losing the time they were losing before, sort of. I think this amount of Murrays might be a bit much, but yeah, third place in the end. Really good result. We were really happy with that. Super nice, and a great team effort. I perhaps wasn't super stoked with my own stints, to be honest. I cost us a big amount early with the pit stop mistake, but the other boys pulled through solidly and we got third place. That's awesome. Our first podium finish isn't in a special event. Switching gender, boys. I can't think of any more male ARRY names. Our qualifying setup is going to be called Mary. No ovals, Mew. Spot on. Yeah, that was the true victory, and it was not having to do the defeat ovals. Oh, yeah, thanks, man. It was great to see the entire team pull together like that. That was a good showing.
Exit's clear.
I think we were getting kind of tired of talking about how the potential was there after a poor result. I just got a message on Steam. I got a message more on Steam. I should probably close that down before the race. Whoops. I should get my relatives back on. Back on track. Bit of a lapse of focus. I don't know if I was looking to see if I could shut down Steam. Let's say that was my excuse. It was a bit of a brain fart, and this long practice actually counts towards safe rating. So, want to keep it clean. Want to just take it easy. Oh, okay, they're really going crazy on Steam now. I'm actually gonna stop and just shut them the hell up. What's going on? What's that important? Oh, of course. There we go. Much better. Get some peace and quiet in us. Hope everyone didn't mind that I just parked it on track there.
Yellow flag, watch out.
That's cool to hear, Mew. But yeah, we did get some updates along the race that a lot of people were suffering. Did you see how Super GT's race ended? Oddly enough, it's sort of not on YouTube anymore. I heard that it went badly late in the race. So thanks to everyone that's popped in. Much appreciated. I hope you're all having a fine Sunday afternoon. And that you're in good health, I guess, is a thing we should say more these days. But I can guarantee that Sebring is 100% infection free. So kick back, relax. And we'll have a race for you in about, let's say 10 minutes. 12 minutes. Ooh. Will I survive it though? That's a different matter. I am a bit down on practice. So this is gonna be an hour and a half of me fighting my urges to drive the car like I would the RSR I raced yesterday. I think Super GT's teammate, what am I saying? Steve's teammate wrecked it late race, like with an hour or two to go. They were leading by a lap and ended up somewhere close to outside the top 10, I think. It just goes to show, yesterday the early 6 hours was so solid for us that I did kind of start relaxing a bit, and that goes to show how little it takes to end it all. Oh, issues for Bobby. Whoop, issues for Jonas. The car actually doesn't mind hitting that curve. I did that in the RSR, but felt like I shouldn't. This car's way softer. What? That curve is kind of sketchy when you hit it like that. I should probably stop doing that.
Hitting it.
Oh, your first GTS league race. Sick, Mew. That's gonna be fun though. It's such a good community on GTS. By far the best thing about it. So the organized league racing is definitely where the money is in GT Sport. Only a few days of playing. I don't think that really matters that much. Though there's so many different levels.
P15
in GT Sport.
Yellow flag.
Sure
Keep your wits about you, mate.
And it's also just, yeah, it's just about getting your feet wet, you know, in that kind of racing. You learn so much from the first 10 races you do. The learning curve is really steep, and that doesn't matter if you've played for years or just a few days. I think it's gonna be hopefully a very careful start here, because a lot are really sketchy, especially here. I think I'm on my third lap now. Yeah, on my second lap, so that's my third with my out lap, and the car's still just slidey as hell on the steering.
Yes, sir. Thanks, boys. Good luck out there. You do.
Boing. Quite the funny race, this one. It ended up I didn't catch how many were signed up in the end, but I think it was close to 1,000 by the end, 800-900 at least. But since it's the day after the special event, I don't think there's very many people here who are like super dialed and super prepped for this. They might have tried to split their practice between Sebring and this. Maybe that's part of the explanation why we did so well in Sebring. And then I'll get my ass handed to me here. Who knows? Ooh. Audi braking early. Audi going wide.
Car left. Clear left.
So that Audi was on a different pace. Should do it for
V12,
fuel.
that puts you 2.0 off the
We're at
pace.
10 for the real
Your last lap
qualifying.
time was at 2:12.7. Yellow flag.
Ooh. Mistakes were made. And I'm not looking to mix it with the quickest boys. Just trying to have a race really. The car's really fun, but I still feel like I'm learning it. I haven't done the Lagunas. It's in a series. I'm gonna restart this sentence. It's in a series called the IMSA Pilot Challenge, and that's on like every series. It's on its first week this week. and it's had Laguna Seca, which seems to me like a great combo. But with Sebring, I just haven't had the time to do it, so I'm gonna maybe practice a bit for that, maybe even do it tonight, or maybe I'll have a go at it tomorrow, the last day of the week for iRacing. And yeah, Alonatron, it is a very bouncy boy. I don't know if the setup could make it much less bouncy. I really haven't, we're out of fuel. I really haven't had that much time to work on this setup. I just kind of got the set one I found, one of Tanner's, and I've tried to make it a bit quicker, but I didn't really question the damper settings. It is a lot simpler in terms of setup than the GTEs and GT3s we race normally. Yeah, it's turned to the softest you can get everywhere. I guess even this.
The end of the session, B13.
Yeah, it's fully soft. Maybe that's why it bounces so much. Who knows? So just a liter of fuel out. Brake balance felt okay. Go a bit more aggressive once the tires are hot. It's qualifying time.
The pit exit is clear. Push now. Okay, Juice. We've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Did I do 4 laps? Okay, so I'm carrying a couple of kilos too much fuel. That doesn't matter. Whoa! Oh, okay. That's 2x again. I do that every time coming out. Let's not do that in the race. It's like as soon as you hear the rear tires going, obviously you can feel it because you're in a seat. But as soon as you hear the tires, it's already too late if you send it in as that. Like that. I'm sorry to hear, Alonatron. I'll try to improve the quality and get you rock hard by the end here. No. I don't know. So guys, if you want to help me as I'm getting ready to do my qualifying laps here, please leave a like in the stream if you feel like it. That would really help especially with the iRacing stuff we do, we could really use all the support we can get. And it'll give me +2 top speed, which is the last thing I need. So maybe it'll help me wreck if nothing else. Let's do a bit of weaving. Can't hurt, right? As long as I don't wreck it. Decent enough entry onto the first lap. 2 shots. And we do have time. At least no mistakes so far. That sector 1 on colder tires is starting to scare me now. 2 spins since I started streaming. Please no spinnerino. Braking a bit early and soft here, don't want to lose the rear end coming into here. I can take some risks on the next lap if this goes well. Bounce. Bounce. Yeah, you have to wonder if it would have been smoother with a stiffer setup. It does seem to bounce quite a lot. So not great, not terrible here. At least I didn't biff it on the first lap. I do still have sunset to go. Turn. I wonder if there is a way to not have understeer in this car.
B2.
Huh? Someday I'll hit that apex in this car. Someday. In my future, maybe in my second stint in the race. Jeez. Turn, you fucking thing. It is just the right amount of understeer with this setup. Enough to be annoying, but not enough to be pace ruining. That was not good. Just couldn't keep it in. Bleeding the tiny advantage we have from the first lap. First lap was pretty clean, but it was on cold tires. But my second lap has been very messy. Get a good example. That's decent. We're making some of it back. That somehow wasn't a quicker exit? Really? Oh well. Slightly improved. P7. Not too bad. Yeah, it's crazy bouncy. I am wondering if that's really the quickest setup, but as I said, I didn't have time to do any preparation, so I guess we just kind of gotta trust it. But it is also, I am running, oh yeah, let's do that part. We don't have to save this, we won't need it ever again. Barry, there you are. Good old Barry. I guess I maybe could have experimented with softer tire pressures had I had more time. We are running 69 liters of fuel for the race. Nice! So that's hopefully gonna help a bit with the bounciness as well. Yeah, P10.
That's the end of the session. 10th position.
Oh, and it's a multi-class lobby even. So there must be more Audis than I thought. What number am I? 21. 21's a pretty good number for this race, to be honest. So it's a good mixture between the two cars in this race. I'm kind of happy that that's the effect. That's going to give some more action, hopefully. 69 laps, not the longest, 1.5 hours, the longest in the world, but I think it should be enough to bring some more action. Get Murray off the relatives. Can you like scrunch down a little bit, Murray? You're in the way. There we are. That's a good mirror placement, isn't it? You can like stand there, you can still see the wheel input. I think if we were to be like super clever, we'd also take this stuff and move it like down here somewhere. That's pretty good. That's too out wide. This is what you want to do just before the race. Always fiddle around with stuff. Yes. No. Yes. So, back to the race. Don't want to have things impacting each other too much. So I'm gonna leave the tires.
Congrats on the pole, Michael. Great lap.
Off. On. I didn't put much thought into my strategy, as you can see. Make it up as we go along. There's a fast repair. I'm gonna uncheck that.
Congrats on that pole. That's awesome.
I think I'm gonna leave the tires.
Oh, 210.
The air temp is 20 Celsius. P10.
There's only about 7 people in the world right now that have even put down a 209.
Follow car number 12 in the right column.
50 or 60 of us that have put down a 210.
Oh. I forgot this car didn't have a clutch for a moment there. Thanks, Mew.
210 is a VRF lap.
Much appreciated. Quite a lot of tire weaving here, but I'm down. Let's weave.
Especially once the tires get some grip in it.
I guess these tires actually might respond better to weaving as well. Maybe that's more of a uniform, everyone wants to weave attitude. I guess fuel saving is going to be a thing. I have no clue how many laps 69 liters nice of a fuel is going to give me.
This will be my first long race where I'm going to have to get fuel. I've never had to
click
do
that button.
before. I'm not sure when.
Anything more than a half an hour race.
We good. Tried to click Streamlabs and it instantly unfull screened my game. But I fixed it. Thanks, Alonatron. Much appreciated, bro. Let's hope we can get through the first 5 laps here
How many stops?
without incident, and I think that'll put us on course for a good result.
It's going to be close on one from the testing that I've done.
Definitely think fuel
Okay,
saving.
so 1 stop. How many gallons?
All of them.
How many
Literally
gallons?
All of them. Fill it up.
4,563 gallons of fuel on the pit stop to make it to the end, according to Thomas Grauer. Not quite sure he's being honest. Whoa!
Yeah,
Suddenly a car inside me.
Catch up to car number 12.
Fuel.
Where did that car come from? Cue the X-Files music.
Oh, I didn't know you could fill up past 18.2.
Am I supposed to pass the 6 car?
For the Porsche.
We need to catch up to car number 12.
DTR.
The Porsche has an 18-gallon fuel tank.
Jeez.
18.2 gallons.
That was very X-Files-y.
There's in the same amount of time that it takes to put fuel on it.
Stay behind the 12 car. Its
No,
number is
that's-
invisible. Get the stewards in on this car's
Hey.
numbering.
It's a game, we're all here to have fun, right?
I don't know, man. I'm not.
Winning is that much sweeter.
I'm here to win on the first lap from the pits.
Normally, I appreciate all types of English accents, but going from that thick American right to the North English accent that guy had going was kind of a shock.
If anyone is near my car, you can't get my paint being loaded in.
Not a game, it's a sim, thank you.
Simulation!
Partially turgid. Elonatron, let's see if we can't do something about that.
I checked, the IndyCar drivers were racing in sims this week, so basically I'm the same as them.
That's a good point.
Solid argument. Good luck, gentlemen.
Let's go.
And we're going. Survival is key here. Early days, I'm gonna defend the inside. Brake early. Ooh, still a bit of a wiggle.
Car right. Clear right.
That guy was a bit close, poor exit. I'm gonna put it on the sand, gonna keep the inside here.
Car right. Clear right.
One guy off.
Incident in
That's the same
Christensen.
mistake
You
you
think
saw
it
me
might
make.
be
I'm really
Lang
trying to
and
take it
Porter.
easy. Still alive. I think we made up a position as well. Somehow,
Okay, Juice.
just
Decent
getting
start. You can
left
build
for
something
dead
from here.
Am I on some sort of bullshit setup? It's obviously way too early to tell. Felt pretty comfortable next to the other cars earlier. And I think in a race like this, it's always going to be more about feeling comfortable in your own car. And then just rolling with the punches.
There's an incident in Cunningham. It looks like Bell.
Oof. Had to dip into the brakes there, but we're good.
Come on, take it.
Coming under pressure, slightly behind now. Kind of want to see if I can get past this guy. But right now I gotta keep anticipating early braking.
On your left.
He had to lift to not die
Clear
there.
left.
Nearly kept my foot in it and put myself in him.
Thank you.
Don't enter other sim racers without permission, boys and girls. It's not recommendable. Oh, different splits. Oh, damn it. Would have been cool if they were here. I didn't even have a look who was in my race.
6th place.
But yeah, it's kind of a cool race. It's pretty rare. It's
Okay, Juice.
the
You're
one
in the
on only
gaps
one
now.
session,
0.5.
and only this one time, and it hasn't been massively advertised. It is kind of funny, like a hidden special event. What's up, Lobo? Welcome back, and thanks for last night, man. That was a true pleasure. And thanks for all the really cool updates and info you gave us in the chat as well. I really enjoyed that. It's actually just Traels here today. Martin had to help a guy move, and Dirten might still be asleep, I'm not sure. So just trying to take it easy and get into the race. But we could do a quick note that I'm actually up into P6. We can also do a quick note that I should have had the standings up. Yeah, exactly, Lobo. I'm not quite done with Sebring. Nah, I don't make the schedule, but I was very happy to race this. I really like the Cayman. I think it's really a cool car and it has a bit of personality similar to the... So it was a no-brainer to do this, even if I didn't have much practice. But I'm doing okay, so all is well. I can still see most of the
The
field
leader
up
has
ahead.
just done a 212.4. Okay, mate, watch for a mistake.
That's not bad news at all.
Your lap time was 212.3. The leader has just done a 212.3.
It might work out. It is working out. I decided to hold off making a
The guy
passing
behind's
attempt.
catching. The gap's now
It's so easy
0.5.
to slow down too much in this car. Don't have quite the same touch I do with the quicker GT cars. Speaking of not having quite the same touch, I'm coming under pressure from behind from Thomas, the guy I passed before, and I'm actually losing the cars ahead right now. Should get my head down. What's the difference between GT4 and the ones we did last night? About 25 seconds, I think.
Okay, Juice. Hold your
GT4
nerve,
is
just
not
keep
very
it
quick
smooth.
compared
No
to the
mistakes.
GT cars we did yesterday. But interestingly, I don't feel like it's much easier. It just has so much less grip. You need to manage it a lot more. Oh, the difference between GT4 and TCR, sorry, I misread your comment. I'm not quite sure, not a whole lot. I'll have to have a look at some point.
You do that again in the crossing. What, the racing line? Are you stupid or what?
Oh, we're getting spicy in race radio now.
The leader has just done a 211.6.
I'm not quite sure, mate. Sorry. I didn't see it in the
P6.
results.
That last lap was a 213.2. Sector 2 is 0.8.
But it's a
off
good
the
question
pace.
because they are, on some tracks they're really close and on some tracks they're really far from each other in terms of pace. I guess we'll see once we get to them. I need to get my act together and get up to these guys. Seems like the top 3 is checking out now and I kind of missed my opportunity to catch them.
Really, asshole?
The gap behind is now 0.9.
Yeah, I think that's a thing that might happen quite a lot in this series, Lobo. The TCRs kind of battling the slow GT4s, especially depending on what split you're in. And I think it's not too dissimilar of a situation here, although that being said,
Nice one, entry, nice, fantastic.
there are a lot slower corners on Laguna than there are here. So Sebring is like mainly medium to high speed corners. Laguna has quite a few small corners. And I think especially on the slow speed corners the TCR catches back up.
The leader's just done a 211.5. The guy ahead has just posted a 211.8.
I think I'm really slow entering T2. I need to stop downshifting to second. Yeah, this really is spicing up in voice chat, isn't it? It's always good to have a bit of rough banter going on when it's not concerning yourself.
Okay, Juice. We'll need to pit for fuel for 52 minutes into the race.
We have the first TCR coming up here. He must have been a very unlucky guy.
Coming up on a slower class car.
Ooh, speaking of unlucky,
We think P5 has been
Giovanni's
in
off.
tower.
he just put his outside tires in the sand with his foot in the throttle. And around he goes. That might be a slowdown. God damn it. Just kind
We
of
need
got
to slow
target
down
locked
to
on
give
the
back
Audi.
the time gained.
Gonna have to let Thomas through. Could you just
Car
pass me
right.
safely, bro?
Right side's
I was
clear.
in the middle of the track to give you space.
Usually have place to go.
Go away, slow down before
Come
the
on,
braking zone,
Juice.
please.
Don't panic. We'll get him back.
That was silly. I was just catching up to those guys.
I sort of apologize for the kind of fun.
That was really silly.
You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 0.6. Left side. Clear left.
I'm clear if you went on the outside of the turn. They like went in the middle. There would be no room to put the apex.
Thanks, Devin. Friendly from Devin. So now the gap is 4 point something seconds to the last of the guys I was chasing before. And I have this guy Thomas, who's on a very similar pace in front of me. I haven't given fuel much of a thought either. Now Thomas is kind of putting the hammer down. Oh yeah, Mew, it's multi-class, 2 car classes. I brought that up right at the start and then I kind of didn't mention it again. But there's the thing I sort of need to get used to when I'm streaming on my own is repeating myself for the people joining in later on. By the way, hello to anyone new. Good to have you along. Oh man, I'm losing time to the guys I was chasing before.
That was a 212.6.
Be careful through T1. There we go. I gotta trust the rear more in T2. I got scared after spinning twice early in the stream, I guess. Yeah, there's coming up more TCR now. I do love me a bit of multi-classing. So you are right, Mew, that is more fun for us. Oh, that'll make for a very chaotic end, Lobo, lapping them at the end. We'll have to see how it goes, but you might very well be right.
The gap in
So the
front is now
toughest to
1.1
pass TCRs
seconds.
will come late. That's gonna be stressful, maybe. We'll deal with those problems when they appear. Ooh, much lifto Audi. Ooh, very sketchy pass. That was committed. Ah, nearly picked up a slowdown again, recognized it in time. ruined my exit a little bit, but didn't pick up a slowdown this time. Fool me once, shame, you know, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know, a fool man can't fool again. I'm of course quoting the
Leader has
famous
just done it.
George
2:11.2.
W. Bush.
On my highlight video.
Not even a little bit of slipstream, that would be kind of rude, wouldn't it?
Car right. He's still there. Clear right, on your right. Clear right. Okay, Juice. Keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. Good lap. That's your quickest today.
Man, I would love to have some information on whether or not I should change my tires. But I just know if I ask, they're all gonna bullshit me. That white Audi I just flew by just disconnected.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, race radio getting spicy again.
The gap ahead is now 0.8.
Yeah, I shouldn't keep through there. I need second. Yeet. Quick entry, very slow exit. No make a mistake, Jonas. Although I did wiggle a bit there at the end without even oversteering. You really have time to think on this straight.